Tom Telesco in the Las Vegas Raiders front office with Antonio Pierce and everyone else in the staff has done such a good job so far in this year's NFL draft, getting young players who can play multiple different positions, add new versatility and a brand new dynamic to the team as well. In this video, we're going to break down each one of their selections, from Brock Bowers to Delmar Glaze to Jackson Powers-Johnson. We're going to break down why these players were really good fits, especially from where they were drafted, but also we're going to break down why these guys have insane potential to play multiple different positions, including Brock Bowers at wide receiver, tight end, can get the ball in the backfield at times as well on end arounds. Then you have a guy like Jackson Powers-Johnson, who's probably going to play a little bit of guard right off the bat from Tom Telesco himself. Looks like he's going to play a lot of interior offensive line, but can play center, left guard, right guard, and then the tackle. Can play either side as well, maybe even some guard as well. I mean, this is going to be massive. They're all 21 years old, young, developing, and going to get better. Now, before we jump into the video, before we break all these guys down, do me a favor and comment down below a letter grade for the draft so far and a couple of other positions of need. Should they go after a guy like Joe Milton, Spencer Rattler in the 4th round? Let me know in the comments down below, but let's get right into the video. Now, the first thing you notice about Brock Bowers is his dual versatility, a new dynamic going to bring here to the Raiders, who do want to get the run game going. Brock Bowers is probably the best blocking tight end in college football, but not only that, is probably the best tight end in college football. And this year's NFL draft can do everything. Gets off the snap with good lean and early acceleration. He's capable of getting to his top speed very quickly, can break tackles like it's nothing, right? He's massive, big body, big frame, has a rare blend of acceleration, speed, body control, hands. Like, this dude is going to fit into any offense, but he's going to fit into this Raiders offense, who is trying to slowly develop Aiden O'Connell, maybe Gardner Minshew. But now you talk about the receiving threats that they have here in Las Vegas, paired up with, Devontae Adams, Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer, and now you got a guy in Brock Bowers who can not only run block. Think about Gronkowski, but Brock Bowers is massive. He's huge, big. I mean, dude can do everything. Everything you want. He can run routes with control strides and, cut ready footwork, preserves play speed, and begins separations when turning routes. He's got talent to beat man coverage linebackers at the next level. I think he's going to be insane versus man-to-man in the NFL. And his hands, probably one of the want to do here. Let's look at their depth chart here for a second. I mean, they want to run the football. Zamir White, Alexander Madison, you talk about him being in here with Harrison Bryant, Michael Mayer. You're going to have a 2 tight end set like that old Patriots team. They want to really pound the football, have strength, have versatility. I love it. I do love this pickup here. All their weapons they have offensively. The defense is one of the best in the NFL. If they get a little bit of development out of Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew as a starting quarterback, this team is going to be insane next season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post a Raiders video, because we will be covering the Raiders throughout the entirety of the offseason. With that being said, I'll see you in the next Raiders pick, which should be tomorrow. Maybe they trade up later today. We'll see, but I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Let's go, Raider Nation. The Raiders are back on the clock and make an unbelievable pick here near the top of the 2nd round, bringing in a big position of need here at the offensive line position. According to Jordan Schultz, Oregon center Jackson Powers-Johnson is headed to the Las Vegas Raiders. Guys, this is actually pretty big. He is a guy that was scheduled or projected to go late in the 1st round, actually slid back to the 2nd. The Raiders probably wanted to get a DB before the run, but end up getting one of the best centers in this draft class, easily, probably the best center in the draft class, Jackson Powers-Johnson. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about Jackson Powers-Johnson, what he brings to the team, and why this is a good fit. Before we jump into that, though, do me a favor, hit the like button just so we can get this video out to more Raiders fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering them for the rest of the season. Now, let's jump in to Jackson Powers-Johnson. 6'3" Oregon center, junior, is still pretty young, will turn into a beast, right? You look at the center grades, obviously top 2 in pretty much all of these categories. Now, you go back to his overview here. The man is built like a beast, right? Now, he is a little bit small in terms of his length, but he's got above average upper body power. Powers Johnson isn't much of a knee bender, which impacts his pad level and drive leverage, but there's a but here. He can torque and toss opponents around with some regularity at this point. Powers Johnson is a fierce competitor. This is what we're trying to bring here to Las Vegas. You talk about Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers Johnson. Guys, we're bringing in best player available at big position needs. This is massive. Now, he's also one of those guys that wants to win every single possession, doesn't care about money, wants to play football, and wants to win football games. Let's bring in that demeanor. Despite average athleticism, he doesn't seem to have many issues in pass protection, as he works with clear eyes, a wide base, a good discipline to keep his weight back. His rookie season could be bumpy if he has to play early, but he should come out on the other side as a long-term starter. The potential is there. I think this is a guy who could turn into an above-average starter, maybe even a Pro Bowl center if everything does work out right. I love the part of him where he just wants to play. He wants to hit people. He wants to block. He wants to be that guy. I love it, right? He's got heavy hands, hammers A-gap threats when protecting the quarterback. He processes gaming fronts without overreacting or lunging, which is huge for protecting your quarterback. Plays with a rugged, disdainful attitude towards opponents. Hey, Max Crosby. You talk about Christian Wilkins. This is going to be fun in training camp as well, right? Plays with adequate footwork or for double teams and workup blocks. I love this pick here. You look at what the Raiders have offensively, man. The offensive line was a major need. You have Colton Miller and pretty much nothing else. They do like Andre James, which maybe allows them to have him come off the bench for a little bit, learn a little bit, but they definitely needed to improve this offensive line, and I think that's exactly what they did. You have a 2 tight end set. I think Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer can each line up at wide receiver if need be, but also gives you insane run blocking capabilities as well at the tight end position. You look at, pretty much what they ranked overall last season. They couldn't run the ball to save their lives with Josh Jacobs. They needed better run blocking and also better pass blocking as well. 29 interception percentage thrown, 16 in sack percentage. Needed to get better up front, and they get the best player available here at Jackson Powers Johnson. Love this pickup. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And again, the Raiders come back here, add another offensive lineman. They've done a really good job finding value in this draft. Obviously, getting Brock Bowers with the number 13. Getting Jackson Powers Johnson in the second round is unbelievable value. And then again, Las Vegas is selecting offensive tackle Delmar Glaze. This was a guy expected to go early in the second round as an offensive tackle who actually grades out an 87.1 pass block grade since 2022, which is fourth among all draft eligible offensive tackles. One of the best in the game. In this video, we're going to break it all down. We're going to tell you exactly who he is, what he brings, and why this is a good pickup here for the Las Vegas Raiders. Before we jump in though, do me a big favor, comment down below a letter grade for this draft pick. We will be dropping a full breakdown of the Raiders' first 3 rounds tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, join the family. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So I think this man will be someone who is going to be a backup right away, but has potential to develop into a nice little starter. He's 6'4", 315 pounds, was a senior at Maryland this season, was overall a decently rated tackle in the scouting combine. But when you look at some of the things that he, his overview, wow, they have him a draft projection 5. I was looking at some mock drafts today, actually, that had him going early second round. So maybe some people view him differently. Maybe they are reaching for him. But listen, I trust Antonio Pierce. I like this pickup a lot. Let's read a little bit about Delmar Glaze. He's a swing tackle prospect with some promising NFL traits, but the tape that comes up lacking against some of the better competition he's faced. So obviously, there's always going to be work that needs to be done. I think he's a guy that can get better. Now, I'm going to stick with it. I think he's a guy, I watched him at Maryland a little bit. I feel like he has the potential to develop into a really good player. Now, again, a lot of these guys in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round are going to need help, going to need some coaching. I think Antonio Pierce can get this guy ready to go, as well as all the other coaches here in Las Vegas. He's got great hand strength, should improve in protection if he can use more direct inside hands in his punch. He's fairly fluid in space and fits the criteria of an inside-outside zone blocker with the lead pull potential. A move to guard might give him the best chance to become an NFL starter in the future. You look at this Las Vegas Raiders team right now. In their depth up front, you add a guy like Jackson Powers-Johnson at the guard position alongside Andre James, and then you look at guys he can develop from, maybe a Dylan Parham, a Colton Miller, a Thayer Munford. I think he can really come in here and just try to learn right away. You also have a guy in Cody Whitehair who can really help him as well. I think this is a good pick, man. I know a lot of people are going to say they maybe, reach too far for him. I don't think so at all. Like I said before, there was mocks going early second round today that I looked at, and that's why I was really intrigued in this draft pick. He's got a good wingspan. He's got strong hands. He works very, very hard. Holds his post and works to drive vertically on double teams. Decent lateral quickness and can work up on combo blocks. Continues working feet around to reach block to seal off the lane. I mean, he's got a lot of strengths. He's also got a lot of weaknesses as well. We'll see how he develops at the NFL level, but honestly, I like this pick. Maybe you guys don't. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope it pans out. The Raiders obviously need some O-line, ranking number 21. I mean, their O-line was terrible last year in terms of, getting the run going. 16 in sack percentage. Needed an upgrade. I think this could help in the future.